Now video 9 is on the parable of the sower and the seed. And let's look at it as itemized by Dr. Peter Hussein. The parable goes that a sower went out to sow some seeds, and some of the seeds fell by the wayside. And there lurking at the wayside would be birds. And these birds gobbled up the seeds, and the seeds were not allowed to grow and produce fruit. So this soil or garden is still barren, and the seeds were not allowed or given a chance to germinate or grow and produce a fruit. So the birds of the air made sure that these seeds don't grow. Then the story or the parable proceeds that some of the seeds also fell on stony soil. Now you know stony ground has very little topsoil. So when the seeds fell, they did grow, but not having enough topsoil, the roots were not able to take proper hold, and so they perished. And again, the garden was not able to bring forth plants and trees and fruits. Then also, as the sower proceeded, some of the seeds were thrown among thorns. And since the thorns are growing, it means that the ground is somewhat fertile, the thorns are growing healthily. So these seeds that were sown in that part of the field grew very well, just as much as the thorns. But since the thorns are more destructive than the seeds, the thorns being weeds, they were able to stifle the growth of the seeds, the good seeds, and these plants were stifled and were not allowed to grow it further, and so did not produce any fruit. Now if you look at the three areas, you have seeds that were sown in the wayside, on stony ground, and in thorny areas, and they cannot blossom for any length of time. They have a very short life span, and they've all perished. Now let's look at the situation where the sower was able to sow seeds on what is called fertile ground. That means that no birds are there. You don't have a stony ground, you have a very good topsoil, and you don't have thorns or weeds. So these seeds now are growing on a fertile ground, and they will blossom. But we have news for you. Some will blossom 100%, some will only achieve 60%, and some even less than that, 30%. Not all will blossom 100%, and the fall would not be 100%, even in a fertile soil. It's just like when you were going to school, and if you had 30 students in the same classroom, being taught by the same teacher from the same books, and given the same exam, not every student will make 100 marks. Some might make 60, some might make 40, some might make 50, and some might fail totally. So also is in the parable of the sower and the seed, and it is in the realm of the seed and the garden. So we would not all produce 100-fold.